This is a severe weather episode of Wycel. Please heed the advice of authorities in your area and have more than one way to receive weather alerts. What you can expect live is produced by D-Weather and is presented by Snowscapes.
Hi, good morning. It is Monday. So I should probably turn some lights on. Sorry, I've been really busy trying to get this weather forecast nailed down. Right, my apologies. There is a lot going on today. There's been a lot going on over the last 36 hours. If you've been paying attention to anything weather-wise or news-wise, you've seen a lot of severe weather west of us, out in the upper Ohio Valley, down through the upper plains, through the upper Midwest, through the Midwest, now into the deep South. That weather's coming our way. That same system, that same cold front is coming through our region this afternoon. At the risk of sounding like I'm hyping it, we are going to talk about it. It's not hype. This is a real potential for us. We don't often, look, we see strong thunderstorms from time to time. There are numerous times already this year even where we've seen strong weather out west. That same system will come through our area and people talk it up and say, oh, look, we could get this, we could get that, and not a whole lot happens by the time it gets to us. That's different today. This is a pretty strong cold front. It's going to create issues for not everyone in our region is going to see severe weather. Everyone in our area is going to see something. And some of those areas are going to see some severe weather. A lot of us will see strong storms, but everyone is going to see something. This is not one of those situations where it breaks up and moves through in patches. This is going to be a pretty good line. And again, there's going to be pockets of severe weather today. That's what it looks like right now. We're going to get all of it broken down for you. We'll give you the timing. We'll give you all of that. Excuse me. That's our forecast. Well, I should probably fix that. Again, I've been working since pretty early this morning trying to get this forecast nailed down for us. So there it is. We get up to the mid-70s today. We're going to get sunshine, breaks of sunshine today. The more sunshine we see today, although it seems nice and it seems lovely, not so much, because that's going to add to the instability in our atmosphere, and that's going to heighten the opportunity for us to see even stronger storms and increase the likelihood for severe storms. I should mention first and foremost that Snowscapes is sponsoring Wycel. It's the last, is it the last day of March? It is the last day of March. So all month long, Snowscapes has sponsored Wycel. Thanks to Andy and Katie and Snowscapes. If you need tree work done, that's who you call. As we get these strong storms later today, as we get gusty storms later today, as we get strong winds later today, as we get lightning later today, if you get tree damage and you need tree work done, that is who you call. Snowscapes is who you call. There's a link to Snowscapes in the description of this Wycel. Click on it, go to their page. There's a phone number there. Give them a call. They'll come out. They have the experience. They have the know-how. They have the equipment. They have the knowledge. It's the only tree service that we recommend. It's the only one I've ever used. In fact, I had storm damage years ago, and they came out. They were amazing. This is before I even knew Andy and Katie, or frankly, even before I knew Snowscapes. I knew someone who worked for Snowscapes. They suggested it. They came out. They were amazing. Snowscapes. So if you like Wycel, and we've been doing Wycels pretty much every day, that's why. Because Snowscapes has been sponsoring Wycel. So thank you to Andy and Katie and Snowscapes for sponsoring Wycel. Mid-70s.
There is one new special marine warning.
That is a bunch of stuff going on in the Deep South. We'll cover that in a second, too. So you're going to hear some alerts going on in the background. That's what that is. We'll show it to you. Mid-70s today. The more sunshine we see, the more unstable our atmosphere will become. That increases the likelihood for stronger storms. That increases the likelihood for severe weather. Tonight, and if you look at those temperatures there, we're going to drop 40 degrees from our high today to our low tonight. 40 degrees. That's why we're going to see these strong storms, the strong weather, the gusty winds, the strong winds. That's why we'll see winds tomorrow. It's a 40-degree drop, friends. As this line comes through, we'll be in the mid-70s. By the time the line is gone, we'll be in the mid-30s. That is a big, significant drop, and that's why we're going to see the strong storms, severe weather. Tomorrow, 20 degrees cooler with a breeze, and then some pretty stiff breeze, some stronger gusts. Highs only in the low to mid 50s tomorrow. Tomorrow night below freezing. Many of you won't get out of the 20s tomorrow night for the low. Same thing on Wednesday. Low to mid 50s, more sunshine, less breeze, and the overnight low Wednesday night will be in the low 40s. We only do 3 days here, so today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the third day. We only do 3 days, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have more weather to talk about. And the severe weather threat, as bad as it has been yesterday, as many tornadoes and severe weather as it was yesterday, as many as there will be later today, the rest of the morning, the afternoon, into the evening, that's going to pale in comparison to Wednesday. So let's go right back to where we are. Let's go to the Storm Prediction Center for today. This is the Storm Prediction Center guidance for today for severe weather. It is a large area. Now, mind you, this was coming from the west. It is an area that has seen more than their fair share of severe weather. Not only this area I'm talking about, not only yesterday and last night and this morning. Whoops, what did I just do? But also recently. They've just been getting hammered. And that threat, again, has moved to the east. It's going to be affecting our area. You will see that we are up here. We have a 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather. The greatest threat for us today is going to be strong gusty winds, heavy downpours. We could see a very rapid, very quick 1 to 2 inches of rain in some where the storms happen, where the strongest storms happen. We could see a 1-2+ inch rainfall very quickly. That's going to cause some flooding problems, particularly in low-lying areas of poor drainage. Strong gusty winds. We're going to see hail in places today. We're going to see a lot of lightning, cloud-to-ground lightning today. Can we rule out a tornado? No. Do I think a tornado is going to happen? No. No, I shouldn't say that. For our area, I don't think it's likely. It's possible for sure. But I think our greatest threat is going to be primarily the very heavy downpours, lots of lightning, very strong, gusty, damaging winds, and hail. We're going to see hail. Nothing ridiculous, nothing like golf ball or baseball. But we could see pea-sized, quarter-sized, maybe golf ball-sized hail in places. We'll watch. Again, we're dropping 40 degrees from our high today to our low tonight, going from the mid-70s to the mid-30s. That's a problem. Excuse me. This is the severe weather threat for tomorrow. This is a huge area. That is for Tuesday. We will see some stronger storms. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some intensity with that. Intensity meaning we see some orange come into that play. But, my friends, as I told you, as we get into today, and here it is, this is for tomorrow. As we talk about the severe weather over these past few weeks, last 2 weeks or so, we have talked about this area. So we have, that is for tomorrow. Once again, this is for today. They get a little bit of a break today. They got hammered last night. But we go back here to tomorrow. And then Wednesday, friends. Wednesday is going to make the last 2 weeks look pretty weak in comparison. Because this is the forecast for Wednesday. That's Wednesday. This is, I will tell you now, understated. This is an understated threat. There will be reds on this map at some point. And again, if you look inside the red circle, that's the same freaking areas that we've been talking about that have been getting hammered again and again and again. This area of orange here, there's going to be reds in this. And I would imagine that they would be up here. If you're inside this area here, I would be extremely mindful for Wednesday. This is a setup that is going to be created. So we have the cold front that's moving through today. That cold front today is going to has been producing the severe weather out west. Let me update this graphic for you to show you today's. This is today's right now. So we have the cold front that's coming through. As that cold front comes through, it's going to be dropping our temperatures pretty quickly and quite, again, substantially, 40 degrees. That's going to produce the storms, the winds, the lightning, the hail, all of those things, the damaging winds. The opposite will happen Wednesday. We're going to go from colder air to more mild air. So we get a warm front coming through, and we are rapidly going to displace the cold air that will be in place with warm air, milder air. So we get the same effects from a reverse process. Today, we go from mild to colder. Wednesday, and again, this is the image for Wednesday, we go from colder to mild air. It's just the pattern that we've been in, that we've been talking about. It's the same damn thing. So again, today, we have the cold air that's going to be moving through. That is moving to the east. That's coming in. That was today's threats. We come into, what did I just do? I have no idea what I just did. Here's today's threat. So this is moving through. We have the cold air coming in. There it goes. We push it in. We push it out. This is today's. As that cold air moves to the east and eventually offshore tonight, it will go through. But then we have this system coming in. And this will be mild air coming in behind it. They get a break in the Midwest, in the plains tomorrow. What is going on here? We, as you can see, are going to have the issue today of having these storms. Again, we are in the yellow area. We're a 3 out of 5 level for severe weather up where we are. That increases down through the Carolinas, into Georgia, the Gulf Coast. The Gulf Coast, Louisiana, Mississippi, and soon Alabama are just getting hammered right now with strong winds, strong thunderstorms. There's been numerous tornado warnings this morning, and it's going to intensify. I can show you that right now. That is the system. This is the line that's going to be producing the weather for us today. This is going to be producing, again, all of the threats I just discussed. What is that? All right, so we're just going to look at this real quick because I'm going to show you this. This is the Gulf Coast, obviously. These areas here are going to soon be, they have produced these purple shapes. These purple shapes are special marine warnings. If these were over land, there would be tornado warnings right now, particularly this cell right here. This is off the coast of southern Louisiana. This is off the coast of Mississippi and Alabama. If these were over land right now, these would be severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. Certainly this cell out here to the west off Louisiana, and there's another right here, which actually I'm kind of a little afraid might be going towards land right now. But we'll see what that does. Again, the threat goes up as we go up into northern Alabama. We see a very strong line forming. We see cells popping up. That's moving today now to the east. And that's why we have this today from the Storm Prediction Center for the severe weather for us. I made a post earlier on the Weather Center page for coaches, for officials, and for parents who have kids involved in baseball, softball, and lacrosse. Those sports are in full swing right now. There's practices every day somewhere for softball, baseball, lacrosse. My son, Keats, has a practice this evening. I think it's supposed to start at 5 or 5:30. That's stupid today. It should likely be canceled. I would cancel it. When I coached, if we have something like this up, I did cancel. I would cancel this. I don't think they will. We'll see what happens. If you're a coach or someone who's responsible for canceling practices, I would take a very good look at the radar now and every half hour until your practice starts. If you decide to continue your practice today, you need to be mindful of the weather, rapidly changing weather. Maybe if there's a parent there or an assistant coach, have them keep their weather app on, have them keep an eye on the radar. As this front approaches, we are going to see, let me get back here, we are going to see storms pop up ahead of the line. Just because the line is out to the west doesn't mean you're not going to get cells like these that pop up ahead of the system. As the system moves off to the east, we're going to see cells fire up ahead of the line like these. And they will happen rapidly. They will happen quickly like these. These small little strong cells that pop up ahead of the main line. Here's the main line. We get these cells that pop up. That is moving to the east today. I'm going to show you this. This is the weather model for today, going through the other ways than coming into this. That is our area, if you can look at that there. Here is our area. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. This is our area right here, right around practice time. So as you're getting practices, we have nothing for much of the day today. But then as we come in, watch how it just fills in. We have nothing here. But as we advance, we see it fill in very rapidly, very strong areas of precipitation, very strong storms. And again, we move this through. We have very strong storms. Timing for this. The storms could happen at any point this afternoon. Any point. Again, ahead of the main system. They could certainly fire up. The main timing for this is going to be after 2 o'clock, after 3 o'clock. As you get after 2 o'clock, the likelihood increases. I would say we start seeing the first storms probably 4-ish from 4 o'clock on, and then that threat persists through midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. Again, some of these are going to be very strong. Some of these storms are going to be just outright brutal. We're going to need to keep an eye on this. Again, if you're a coach, if you're a youth sports official, if you're a parent, keep an eye on your weather today. If you decide to have practice today, you need to have a plan right now. Don't wait till practice to have a plan. If you get a storm that pops up, if you get a fast-moving storm that comes in, lightning, wind, hail, all of those things are possible. You need your plan right now. You have to have a plan right now. Are your kids going to go? Where are they going to go? You need to know where your kids are going to go this afternoon, this evening. They're not going to a dugout. That would be stupid. They're not going to go under the bleachers. That would be stupid. They're clearly not going to run with an umbrella through the parking lot. That would be stupid. Don't wait for the rain to fall. The moment you hear any kind of thunder, you get the hell away somewhere. Get them in their cars and send them home. If you have a building, a bona fide building at your facility, get them in the damn building. That includes the parents too. Let the parents in too, obviously. Anyone outside, let them in. If you see lightning on the horizon, get them the fuck inside. Don't wait for the thunder. Because certainly if you hear thunder, you need to get them the fuck inside. Don't fuck with this weather today. Not trying to scare you, not trying to hype it, but there's a very, very, very real chance today for some very strong storms and some very dangerous weather. Maybe some severe weather is going to happen in some places. Not everywhere, but most places are going to see strong storms today. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. An extra half hour, 60 minutes, 90 minutes of baseball, softball, or lacrosse practice isn't going to mean anything, particularly if you get somebody hurt. Be smart. Be smart. I know a lot of you have your failed Major League Baseball dreams that you're living out through these kids in youth sports. Fuck that today. Think about the kids today.
There is one new special marine warning.
Think about your kids today. That's what you should be doing. Not your failed sports fantasies or anything like that. You need to be mindful of what is actually going on. And what is going on, friends, is this very strong cold front that is coming through has produced over the last several days very strong, dangerous, damaging, deadly weather. That's going to happen tonight too. It's filling in up here to the north. It's going to move to the east today, and you need to be mindful of it. You have to be mindful of it. Don't be stupid today. Don't be stupid. All right? Did I call you stupid enough times? I think I did. Let's just be smart today. That's all I'm saying. Be smart today. Let's make sure the kids are okay. Let's make sure you're okay. Let's make sure their parents are okay. It's about the kids. Don't forget that. It's about the kids, and the kids should be safe first and foremost. Mid-70s today, mid-30s tonight, a 40-degree drop. Heavy downpours are possible. Lots of lightning possible. Strong damaging winds possible. Hail possible. A tornado, can't rule it out. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. The biggest threat, again, the flooding downpours, very strong damaging winds within the storms, some hail as well. Be very careful. We could get an inundation of rain, meaning an inch or two in a very short amount of time. That will cause flooding problems in low-lying areas. Be careful. And again, if you get tree damage, and listen, some of you are going to get tree damage. This is going to be a strong enough storm that it will contain winds that are capable of producing broken limbs, power lines down, all of that. Be very, 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 very careful. If you do get a storm, if you get strong winds, your power goes out, when you step outside to see what the fuck happened, watch for power lines. Just because your house lost power doesn't mean the line isn't still hot. Be careful. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Be careful. And again, if you're a youth sports parent, a youth sports official, or a youth sports coach, if you have practice tonight and you decide not to cancel it, you need to be mindful of the weather. Dedicate a parent or an assistant coach or someone to sit with the radar with weather alerts on throughout your practice. And keep an eye in the skies too, because it doesn't mean just because you don't get an alert, you don't see it on the radar, doesn't mean something isn't popping up over you. Because it could, and it will in some places. Be careful. If you get tree damage, Snowscapes is who you want to call. Snowscapes sponsors Wycel. We appreciate them sponsoring Wycel. Quite frankly, we wouldn't be doing Wycel every day without them. So thanks to Snowscapes. The link to them is in the description of this Wycel. Give it a heads up. I'm going to go through the comments right now and see if there's anything in there that I should be reading. Probably not, but let's see. Good morning, everybody. When warm air replaces cold air, does it make for more intense storms than cold air replacing warm air? Yes and no, Tim. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends. It depends on a variety of factors. But the reason you get these storms either way, the bigger contrast in temperatures, the stronger the storms, the more severe the weather. There's a whole bunch of other factors. It's not quite as simple as warm air replacing cold air or cold air replacing warm air, one being stronger than the other. That's not the case. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into that. And maybe tomorrow when we get a break from the severe weather, we'll go to the Weather Institute for Climate Knowledge. We'll do a dick tip and we'll explain all that, Tim. That's actually a good idea. We'll do that tomorrow, Tim. We'll do a dick pic tomorrow for cold fronts and warm fronts and how that affects storms. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Just jumping in. When is this starting? Haley, first of all, if you're just jumping in, assuming we're still live, we are because I see your comment, you can watch replays. You can watch replays. In fact, every day's Wycel gets reposted to YouTube later in the day. So if you're having trouble finding it on Facebook, just go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@theweathercenter. You'll find every Wycel episode from here on out going there. There's other stuff too. There's some classic, definitely forkables on there, whatever. Haley, I don't know where you live, so I don't know when it's going to happen for you. I don't know if you live in Pittsburgh. If you live in Pittsburgh, it's going to happen hours for you before today. If it happens, if you live in the Lehigh Valley, Haley, 4-ish, after 4, anytime after 2, but I would say things really start intensifying in terms of opportunities from 4 o'clock on. You're welcome, Haley. Morning, Joe. Special Olympics are supposed to have a car wash Saturday. Rain date Sunday in Bethlehem Township. That's Donna Boyle. Hi, Nathan, if you're watching. I don't know if you want the good news or the bad news, Donna. But there's a chance for showers both days, Saturday and Sunday. But regardless, if you have a car and you're in Bethlehem Township, if they're having a car wash, I don't care if it's raining, I don't care if it's snowing, I don't care if there's geese flocked all over your car taking shits, or your car's spotless. Go support the Special Olympics. Go support Nathan and his friends and their teams, and go get your car washed in Bethlehem Township. Donna, send me the address, and I will make a post about it and see what we can do for you for Saturday and or Sunday. But there's going to be showers Saturday and Sunday. Haley's in Bath. Yeah, so Haley, the chance starts ticking up as we go through the afternoon, certainly after 2 o'clock. But I think from 4 o'clock on is when we're going to start seeing things really ramp up. And that threat's going to persist to midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. And Don, look, Don, it's Monday, so we're 6, 7 days away from the weekend. Things are going to change between now and Saturday and Sunday. Every day, remind me, Don, and I'll give you an update on the forecast. But right now, I think Saturday and Sunday look like showers. Not washouts, Donna, but certainly showers and gray, just kind of miserable. And again, Nathan, hi, buddy, if you're watching. All right, that's it. I guess there's nobody else here. Again, let me just go through the Storm Prediction Center real quick. This is the threat, the guidance for severe weather today. You can see that we are certainly in it. And then tomorrow, the middle of the country, God, the middle of the country starts seeing things ramp up again tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I think we could see the largest severe weather outbreak that we've seen all year, believe it or not. And this is Wednesday. I am very, very, very worried about the middle of all these same places that we've deployed to with the disaster task force, all the places that we've been forecasting for all year. This could be one of the, if not the worst severe weather outbreak we've had all year on Wednesday. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of setups in the atmosphere, in the upper atmosphere, the lower levels of the atmosphere. There's a lot going on. And again, like Tim mentioned about warm air replacing cold air and cold air replacing warm air, does one create stronger storms than the other? Well, not really, Tim, because we just had all that severe weather last night, right? The day before, and that was cold air replacing warm air. What you see there is warm air replacing cold air, and we get just as much. It's not just the temperatures going from warm to cold or cold to warm. There's a bunch of other factors, too. So tomorrow, we will break down, we'll go to the Weather Institute for Climate Knowledge. We'll break out the dick tip, and we'll explain that. We'll explain why this happens, why this is going to happen on Wednesday. We'll break it all down for you. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. I might have just been talking in circles. I don't know. I'm tired. I got a lot going on. My dad, no, I don't want to talk about my dad, but my dad's not well. There's that. Okay, mid-70s today. As we go through the afternoon, the chance for precipitation, storms and wind and hail, all those things increase. Certainly after 2 o'clock, and I think by 4 o'clock on, you need to be extremely mindful for shitty weather. Tonight, mid-30s. Tomorrow, breezy, sunshine, dry. Low to mid-50s. Same thing on Wednesday. Below freezing tomorrow night. Not below freezing Wednesday night. Moderate risk, most likely Wednesday. Wouldn't be surprised. It's going to go to a high risk, Vinny. There's no way that stays a moderate. There's no way. There's no way that. Let me get it back up here for you. There is no way that stays orange. No chance. No chance. If we get up into, well, let me go back to this. Vinny, I don't know if you were here when I did it. But again, Snowscapes. Contact Snowscapes if you need tree work done because of storm damage or just because you got a shitty tree. Snowscapes is who you want to call. So this is the Wednesday threat. There's no way in hell that stays the way it is right now. That will intensify. There is nothing going on here that is going to make that remain the same or get better in terms of less likelihood of severe weather. That's only going to get worse. And if I'm a betting man, Vinny, I'm thinking that we go, for me, it looks like it's going to be up in here. The worst of it will be up in here. The upper Midwest, the Ohio Valley, as opposed to the South like it has been. I think we get up into this area. We got big problems on Wednesday. Big problems on Wednesday. I think, again, as I've been saying, I think this is going to be one of the, if not the worst, severe weather day that we've seen all year, 2025 that is. We'll see, but I mean, I've been looking at it for hours this morning. That's why we were delayed an hour this morning instead of 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, because there was a lot going on with this, and the more I look at it, that is just not right. That's 3 days out, which in and of itself, the fact that they have the orange on the map, the 3 out of 5 risk, 3 days out should speak volumes. That's only going to get worse. We're going to see red on that map. We'll see a 4 out of 5 on that map for sure. I would not be surprised if we see a 5 out of 5 at some point up in the Ohio Valley. We'll see, though. All right, everybody. I love you all. Ladies, I love you a little bit more. I will see you Tomorrow for Wycel. Let me go ahead and put the forecast back on here, because they know someone's going to cry and piss and moan. I didn't see the forecast. I don't even know what yellow is. I'm colorblind. There it is. If you're colorblind, I'm not making fun of you. It's just, you know. All right. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. I will see you tomorrow for more in-depth weather. Be careful today. Please be careful. I think I'm going to try and hang out at the office here at the Weather HQ today, and we might do some live tracking later today as these things approach. If you have kids in sports, if you are a youth sports person, I can't emphasize this enough today. Dear God, put the kids first today. Put the kids first today. Err on the side of caution. If you need to cancel your practice today, fucking cancel it. Don't give in to pressure from the league. Don't give in to pressure from the other coaches. Don't give in to pressure from the officials in your youth sports organization. Don't give in to pressure from the kids or their parents. Err on the side of caution today. We're going to get some freaking shitty weather today, some dangerous weather today. And it's going to happen when you're practicing your baseball, softball, or lacrosse outside. Don't be stupid today. Protect the kids. Your failed professional sports fantasies can wait till another day. You know who you are. All right. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a severe weather episode of Wycel. What you can expect live is produced by D-Weather and is presented by Snowscapes. For more information on severe weather and severe weather preparedness, please follow D-Weather Cares on social media.